What's going on? Welcome back, boys. Um, this is the JMC podcast. We are back. What you guys say? You guys all good?
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
man. All good.
Yeah, man.
So it's been a long time since we last done a podcast. It's a long session today, so let's crack on with it and let's talk about the games that we played yesterday, and then we can discuss how the team's been performing in the last month or so. So let's crack on with the big game yesterday that we had. It was the Arsenal versus Liverpool. What's your thoughts, Nish?
It's been frustrating couple or last month. Quiet January transfer window as well. I don't think any club has spent any money because of FFP or whatnot. But yeah, it's been so frustrating the last couple of games out of the FA Cup, the losses against Fulham and West Ham. The mood around the stadium was like very nervy, and we couldn't afford to go 8 points behind Liverpool, who've been on fire at the moment. So I thought we did turn up yesterday. We did have a good performance, although Liverpool did have some players missing. We did what we had to do. Scored first. Didn't give Liverpool anything in the game until they scored that jammy goal in the first half. I don't know what the goalkeeper and Saliba were doing. They should have just cleared it. But I thought, yeah, we controlled the first half. Second half, the first 10 minutes, I thought Liverpool were the better team. They got in behind us a few times. They had a few crosses into the box. And then after that, I thought it was an even game until I thought it was going to head for a draw until Alisson made the mistake, Alisson and Van Dijk. And then from there, I thought, yeah, we should go for the third and finish the game off. And in the end, Konate got sent off, and yeah, Trossard got the goal, and we closed the gap now. So, I think more than us, City would be the happiest because they just won the game 3-1 against Brentford. So, I think City would have been the happiest out of the other three teams competing for the title.
What about you, mate?
Well, I was expecting to lose. I thought if we're going to lose a game, it would be against Arsenal. I think we play better when we go to Etihad than we do at Arsenal recently. I just don't think we're good against just when we go there. I don't know what changes. We just don't play well. It seems like it's a reverse effect of what was like how we were a few years, where you were a few years ago when you come to Anfield. I just don't think we can handle the football anymore. We should be able to. It's not like is anything different to other teams play. I just don't think we can hack it though. But yeah, I think Arsenal deserved to win. Probably the one game where Liverpool deserved to lose this season. Even like in an all competition, I don't think we've played being battered that much. Even though we didn't have like five or six players, which did make a big difference. I thought the biggest miss was Bradley, just because we kept getting exposed down that left wing. If you look at your second and your third goal, it all came towards for that side, the hoofball coming through there. I think if Bradley was playing, it would be a different story. I think he's just carries so much more energy. I think he's been the best player since the new year in Liverpool. I think as soon as he's come in, we've defended better, we've attacked better. Like you saw in the Chelsea game, he man of the match, only 19. But yeah, unfortunately, yeah, for him, he had some bad news, so he didn't get to play. And if you think about all the players like Robertson, Trent, both come back from injuries, they weren't up to shape to playing it. And yeah, I know Darwin was sitting with the had an injury as well. He had a foot injury while playing. So I think just overall, our team just it was just a blip, I'd say. I think if going forward, the next game, Burnley will win that. And then, but I do think, like Nish said, I don't think Arsenal fans would be the happiest out of anyone there. It would be Man City. Now they know that it's in their hands. If they win the next game, they go top of the league and it's done. Because I don't think City saw Arsenal as a title challenger at this point. Because they're probably still thinking, okay, Arsenal's out of the league. They're 3 points. What is it going to be 3 points behind them? I think they're thinking, yeah, we can drop 3 points, but Arsenal will definitely drop more than us. And their only thing was hoping Liverpool would drop points. And now they have. I think now they're just sitting there comfy. They're like, we can outdo both of those teams like we've done every season.
Yeah, it's annoying because City had that bad patch where they didn't lose in like 4 or 5. No, they didn't win in like 4 or 5 games, and they still could end up finding themselves top of the league. No one took advantage of that. So yeah, it's frustrating.
Yeah, that's because I can't remember Liverpool having a bad patch, but and Arsenal's had their bad patch, Man City's had their bad patch.
I don't think Liverpool have a bad patch. We never do, but City are just so consistent that if you look at not apart from the one season where we lost 6 games at home or whatever it was, we've never had a bad patch. We'll draw 1 or 2 games. We never ever lose. We lose less than City usually did when they used to win the title. So we never
Well,
have a bad patch. It's just City are just so consistent towards the end of the season.
I think it was around that time where Liverpool drew to United at home and drew to Luton away or something like that, and then we just came off losing to Villa. So I think City were like, yeah, they can afford to lose, but yeah,
Yeah.
again, no one took advantage.
Well, there is a long way to go still. Got what is it, 15 games to go, I think it is. 15, yeah.
I think it's
And
over. I'll be honest, I think it's
I
over.
think it's over as well, but just gonna have some sort of hope that someone can do something to, because I know
After
that he will definitely lose to Liverpool at Anfield. That's gonna be a L right there. I know we have an L at the Etihad, so the positioning is still the same. And if Liverpool win all their games, they could. I still think Liverpool could win it as well because they could be 5 points ahead if it
To be
goes that
fair,
way.
to be fair, the biggest game changer here is Man United. They've
Yeah,
faced
Well,
all
we,
like,
three of us.
well, we give everyone 3 points the way we go.
I
It's
think
just a
you'll
miracle.
beat us at your ground. I think that's where our L is going to be coming. I think we'll
I,
lose at Old Trafford. And I think Man United will just bend over for City like they normally do
yeah,
first.
the,
It's just I don't know
the
why Bammy.
funny the funniest thing is Arsenal haven't lost to like the traditional top six this season. They've only lost to like the shitness. So we haven't lost to City, Tottenham, United, Liverpool this season at all. We've just lost to fucking crap like Fulham.
but we given Fulham 4 points. Can you believe that? 4 points.
Yeah, and one of them, they had 10 men. Embarrassing. That's where we lose the title because last year was Southampton and West Ham and crap like that. This year is fucking Fulham.
Yeah, it's like the margin of error is so low this like these days. Like back in the day, you could actually afford to lose 4 or 5 games. But now because of City, it's just impossible. You can't lose more than 2 or 3 games. If you do, you're finished.
It doesn't help that Liverpool have the referees against them. The same 3 referees always refereeing us, no matter what. There's never a different referee. Either one of them's always refereeing or on VAR, and they always make a crap decision every single game. Stupid Taylor, Coote, and Tierney.
And I think all hopes was lost when Man City won the game against Newcastle last week in the last minute. So I think that just knocked the stuffing out of everyone as well. Because everyone was expecting City to lose that going away to Newcastle, and they
Yeah.
were they were losing as well. So
So
that gives
what
them confidence.
I wanted to ask you guys about your thoughts after the game yesterday. We got some salty people like pundits hating on Arsenal. Well, United get the same hate. There are certain teams that they love and certain teams they hate, and Liverpool is one of them that they love. And United, when United or Arsenal do it, they get absolutely hated on. And there were pure salty people yesterday, like Carragher, Neville, Richard Keys, and they were literally just saying, "Oh, why are you celebrating for? Just go into the tunnel and stuff." What are your thoughts on that? Are the teams allowed to celebrate after a win like that?
They've been doing that for like for the last couple of years now in terms of like calling out the celebrations, and every team does it. I just don't get it.
The thing is that just because we beat Liverpool yesterday and we're in the title race, it started to come up like 3 games ago when we were winning, etc. We're doing the same thing that we're doing now. No one said anything. Why is it all coming up now? It's all hatred. That's what it is.
It's all funny. Sky were last season when we played Newcastle. They were in the freaking changing room after the game, watching them celebrate when they beat us. I think it was towards the end of the season, and there was no problem there. They were there filming it all. They were there like getting involved with the celebration. So what's the difference between that and this? It's just nonsense.
Exactly.
And from my point of view, I just think if Arsenal celebrate like that, like I'll be at least that shows how good we are. I think if a team's celebrating like that against you, I'm just like, oh, okay, that means we are pretty good. So I think I didn't really mind. I was like, okay, fair enough. That just shows how much they respect us.
You are good though. It's not like
No,
you're.
that's what I'm saying. It just shows how much you respect us when you celebrate like that.
I think yeah, is obviously we beat a big team, but it's also like we closed the gap as well because there was a lot of pressure before the game on us. Where if we don't like everything was saying that if we don't win, we'll go 8 points behind. We did this, we did that. So there was a lot of pressure before that game. So I think it was just like a relief as well. And then the celebration we've been doing that for the last like year as well. And I've seen Klopp run down the touchline and into the field when they scored like last minute winners.
But it was
So yeah.
different. But the difference between that was a last minute winner. But while
I've seen him do it all the time, to be fair. Klopp does that all the time.
but it's only for like a minute or two.
And
That's
then
the
and
difference.
then
Rather
and then
than
the
for like 10,
and
15
then the
minutes. That
three
was
fist pumps.
but that's normal. All loads of managers do that.
No, that's Klopp's specialty. Going
Yeah.
into the
Yeah,
middle of
that's
the field
Klopp's
and doing the
specialty.
front, which is sick.
But there's other managers that do it as well. I can't remember who did it recently. They've been a big.
Mourinho does a big.
No, I think someone either drew to one of the big teams, it was either United or City, and then I can't remember which manager it was. Then they were like, until he did a fist pump.
Probably Pep.
No,
But to be fair,
can't
Pep calls
imagine
out
Pep
his
doing that.
fans. Well, yeah, I don't mind it because we've been doing that for the last year and it's been getting called out. And Arteta has like stuck to it and he got banned as well for one of the games for celebrating too much. So I just say
You're
keep
allowed to
doing it.
celebrate. You can't get banned for that. It's just stupid. I
I think
swear to God.
I think it's just a reflection from how poor Liverpool were yesterday, particularly from Carragher, and the mistakes that Van Dijk and Allison made for that goal. It's uncharacteristic, but I think we just wanted to deflect away from it by focusing on what Arsenal, the celebrations. I think it's more than just trying to deflect away from it.
Yeah, there was an element of that they didn't want to focus on the game, of what Arsenal were playing like yesterday, etc. Like since the trip back from Dubai. And I would think I was saying this last year in an earlier podcast, that I think Arsenal Arteta have been doing this by purpose by learning from last year that if you go out all guns blazing from day one, you're gonna tear yourself, wear down, etc. So I think they purposefully hold on to the handbrakes a bit and played at second or third gear, just managing the control. But since they've been back now, 15 games to go, he's actually said, all right, or just go out now and play like you were doing last season because it seems like the fluidity is coming back. Like yesterday's football showed me a glimpse of how we used to play last year. Like, especially the first goal that we scored. It was literally one touch passing. And also it came from the left side as well, mate, that you were mentioning earlier. Bradley could have potentially been in that centre mid to try and block that pass.
I just think we were just poor yesterday. If you watched all three goals, defending wise, our centre backs were committing like no man's land. Like you'd have your line, and one defender would just run out into midfield, and then it opens up the space. I don't know why they were like that. Kanate was
It's,
being
it's
rash, and
because
It's all
Van
like
Dijk
Havertz
went
was dropped.
gone.
Like, I was going to say it's all tactical. Like Havertz was instructed to play deep with the in the centre mid. He wasn't committing against Van Dijk and Kanate. Then that dragged them out. And you saw Martinelli and Saka expose that space that Van Dijk and Kanate left behind. Like it was clever the way he got Arsenal to come out, Liverpool to come out.
Because that
yeah.
was Arteta's game plan, basically, to play in two number 10s, to drag them out of the position so Saka and Thing can come in. And I think that could be the new way of playing against even low block teams, basically.
The
Um,
teams won't commit like that. They'll still sit back. They'll be like, yeah, screw it. Yeah, you go out there. The further away from the all goal, the better it is for them.
yeah, it's true.
Yeah, that's the way to play against City and Liverpool. The who will commit and play a
And
high
plus,
line.
if you have like a tall forward, it's easy to beat the press. Well, obviously Havertz does it 1 times out of 10, so sometimes it's so useless where he doesn't win headers or anything.
I really do want to like a Tony up front, man, because that he could actually like today's run that he was doing, it was actually sick. No, it could benefit us.
I,
So
wa-
might
I
be.
wonder. I actually wonder what would happen if Jesus was fit yesterday, because obviously he's small, so he wouldn't have like won that many headers and dragged players out of position. So I do wonder if he was fit, what would the result have been?
You
I
would have
think,
won anyway. I don't think we would have played. We didn't. If we played like that yesterday, we would never winning.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. But like I did see the game going towards a draw. Like before, when it was 1-1. Like I didn't see Arsenal doing anything fancy, or anything b before that the second goal went in. Because
We
it,
shouldn't have scored our first one anyway. So we should have been losing 1-0.
yeah, it would have been a 1-0 game. That's how I saw the game going.
Endo was a big miss. I think he offered a lot of protection to the defence. I know McAllister was playing that position, but he's not as competent in it as Endo is. So I think
Yeah.
that was a big miss as well. That's why there's a lot of space that Odegaard and Havertz could expose.
It's good in the next game or two because Endo's already back now. So the next game or two, we'll have our full team back. Hopefully, Bradley's back as well. We could put Trent in midfield instead of Jones, even though Jones is scoring right now.
It's funny how all of them got injured just for the Arsenal game.
It was all perfect timing. Everyone was just everything.
yeah,
We were destined to never win.
It
yeah,
feels like they just wanted to not come to the Emirates. It's like, yeah, I don't want to destroy my confidence. I'm not coming. If Salah's not going, I'm not coming.
But we've got a decent amount of fixtures coming up anyway, up until the City game, so we should be able to win. I'm not going to say we are going to win, but we should be dominating those games. If we can go out there with 4 points towards City and we just go in there with full confidence, and City's got their hard patch coming up where they've got Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, Man United, their Champions League games all in a row. Even Aston Villa stuck in there.
Yeah, what about
yeah.
you, Nish? What about the fixtures that we got coming up? What's your thoughts
I
on
think
that?
we should get maximum points. I know we dropped points to West Ham, but it's winnable games. We got Sheffield in there. There's Newcastle at home in there. West Ham, so and Porto in between. So I think we got some winnable games until our next hard game.
Do you
I
think we
don't see.
should do you it is going to be a very tight, like, because there's three teams, 3 points. That is the max it can get to now, right now. So if
Mm,
both Arsenal and Liverpool tag along with City, you never know. City could potentially just slip up somewhere.
yeah.
Like I
So we
know
got
Anfield is going to be an L.
You have to hope Liverpool beat them at Anfield.
You would
Otherwise,
beat
it's
them at Anfield.
if we don't, it's finished. That is everyone's title decider. City have to drop points there. They have to
I'm
get zero.
I'm hoping for United to do something as well, but clearly,
I wouldn't bank on United doing anything.
In
yeah.
it, God,
So
Anfield just
Liverpool
hit
is the one
fucking
that
Ronaldo
needs.
celebrations.
Yeah, that's the only hope. Really.
when
yeah.
was
So
the
we
go on?
so we got 6 games, 6 Premier League games before we face City, and all of them are winnable. And then we got Porto in between. So yeah, we have to get max points out of that and go to the next round of the Champions League.
And when
If
is
not,
the Anfield game? Is it close by to our game?
We've got in 5 games. Yeah, it's close
Yeah,
by.
so it is
yeah.
actually, oh shit, it is actually game after
So
game then.
so we got City at 31st of March. So the Anfield game is probably a week
But
before that
Oh
yeah,
shit.
or something like that.
So
the
imagine
Anfield
they
game.
take
Oh,
two L's then. Imagine we actually win our game at Etihad for the first time ever.
You never know. We haven't lost to a big team yet.
jeez.
Oh yeah.
Liverpool,
You might just
Liverpool
do.
got a draw there.
A draw would be a good result because that would be 4 points dropped by them
I'll take a
and
draw.
2 points dropped by us.
We've taken 4 points of Liverpool as well. So we just need other teams to do the bit now against Liverpool and City. We've done our bit, but we need to do our
Yeah,
bit by beating the other teams.
yeah, then that's where we suck. What's your Bav, let's move on to United. The game that you saw yesterday, I think that was the first time ever that the United squad showed some fluidity after
Yeah,
a very long time.
it's coming together slowly. Back-to-back wins for the first time since probably November. I think that's what I read. So it was still not a perfect performance. There's no real style. Very much a moments game where you rely on individual brilliance from like Garnacho and Hoyland. not what for United, you want to be controlling games like this. I think the scoreline flattered how we actually played. West Ham had a few chances on the break. And the positivity for United is just a lot of players are back now. We've got Casemiro back. Martinez was back, and he's got injured again. So we've got a bit more solidity in the team. I think Maguire was back doing his usual nonsense. But it seems that the team's sort of slowly coming back. We're getting players back from injury and players hitting form as well, like Højlund. He seems to finally got his shooting boots on. So it's heading in the right direction. I feel a bit more confident in the team. I don't think we're going to make top four, but hopefully we can see some substance and some style in the play going forward.
What do you guys think of United?
I was
one.
Oh, okay. I was happy that United won. When United win, it means Ten Hag staying for longer. But no, I think Højlund played well. That was a really good goal he scored. He started to show what his Champions League stuff in the Premier League, where was it 4 games running he scored?
Yeah, it's 4 games. Yeah.
Yeah, so at least now they're actually doing something up front, and defending wise, at least Onana's making saves now. So, well, if you can see, well, we didn't know if West Ham scored that first goal from the corner, everything might have changed. You might have seen the whole fan base just jump back on the United thing, and it could have been like 2-3 nil West Ham instead. But yeah, United won. They deserved to win anyway. West Ham played poor, but I think then if they play that bad, that means they're going to step it up against you lot next week. Well, this weekend.
Yeah, well, there was some. United are always in the news for the wrong reasons. Rashford, what's happened to him recently.
Well, going out clubbing.
Yeah, so they're always in the news for the wrong reasons, but they got back-to-back wins, points on board. It looks like the strikers are scoring now. I'm still not sure if they got positive goal difference. I think that'll come with consistency, but hopefully they get above that positive goal difference soon. But yeah, I don't see them making top four. They might have an outside chance if they beat Villa this weekend. But yeah, that's the big game for them where they have to beat Villa if they have any chance of making the top four. And yeah, Villa look well, not unstoppable, but they just thrashed Sheffield United 5-0, so they're looking good at the moment, Villa.
They've always been looking good this season, apart from when they lost. I think they lost like a week and a half ago or something.
Yeah,
They've dropped a few points, yeah.
Can't remember who they lost to. Was it Newcastle they lost to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where they got destroyed or something.
They're a bit up and down sometimes. I think at home they're very good, but away they can be turned over depending on
Where is
where
this
they
game
play.
at? Is it at Trafford?
It's
Or
at Villa. It's at Villa.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think all the big teams have lost there this season, apart from Liverpool. I think it was.
We're going
Liverpool played there.
to face them last game of the season.
Oh yeah, you guys play off.
They're going to be on holiday by then, man.
Yeah, but it's the last day of season. You never know.
They might be preparing for a Conference League final. I think they'll do well in that. So I think they'll be focused on that game.
Oh yeah, and what a cracking goal by Mainu last week.
Oh yeah, that was a cracking
against
goal.
Wolves. So these United youngsters are stepping out, Garnacho and Mainu. So fair play to him.
The youngsters coming through, like they're sort of signs that if United, get it right, there's a good core there to work with. They just got to get the rest of the team right.
Yeah, I agree. Like he didn't play yesterday, did he?
He did.
Yeah,
he did. Yeah,
he did.
He plays with Casemiro in the middle now.
Oh, okay. That's really good. That's a good partnership to have.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking with Casemiro about. We should stop conceding now.
Yeah, the fat boy's back now.
Isn't Lisandro injured? I heard that he's had a
He's
major injury.
He's out for 2 months. He's
He's injured again.
He's injured again. Yeah, he was
Came back
collision with
second. Yeah, at least he made a cameo this season, unlike Timber. I think Ajax are fucking selling all the glass. Fucking.
Just like last one.
It's the football in it that Ajax and or the Ajax play. They just sell injury prone players and make profit on them.
Now, I've never seen a player where you sign a player, plays half a game, and then he's injured for the whole season.
Did it
I
again.
don't think has ever happened to anyone.
Awful, man.
Yeah,
And the
so
worst thing is we couldn't sign anyone in January to replace him.
yeah, like, we don't have the peas, that's why.
But no one
I think
signed anyone.
you
No
know,
one's got no one's
you know
got any
This
this
was a dead transfer window, you know that?
I
it
didn't
was
even
a
know it was a
really
transfer
bad one.
window.
I don't
No
think
one
anyone
said
bought
anything.
anyone.
No one
no
did.
one.
Everyone's
We
scared of the FFP.
we sent off a load of players on loan or on transfers, but didn't get anyone.
You put half your team on the transfer list and no one came offering.
And we had to loan them out with no obligation to buy.
Only
Which is
Tottenham bought players, I think, that Romanian centre back. But yeah, I don't think anyone bought anyone.
Yeah, well, the Premier League are starting to dish out the minus points now, aren't they?
Yep.
So, like
Yeah.
Chelsea, Man City are under investigation, and that's still got ongoing. Can't wait
Everton
to
again.
hear what Chelsea's one's like as well. They've forever should be relegated too because they cheated as well.
They could get relegated anyway this season based on how they're playing.
That is
But
so true.
mate,
Have you seen Chelsea's next 6 or 7 fixtures? It is horrendous. If you look at it, it's literally every hard team in the Premier League. It's got Liverpool in it, it's got Arsenal in it, it's got City in it, it's got Man United in it, it's got Villa in it, it's got Newcastle in it. It's just disgusting.
at least we're gonna win a trophy.
Yeah. Is it because you're facing Chelsea, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's in the bag for you guys.
Yeah, that's just an easy. Well, you say it's an easy win. Remember when we lost against Birmingham and we thought it was an easy win?
They've got the bottler supreme there with Poch. He just jobs it.
Yeah, if you don't win that game, boy, you should be winning that game
Yeah, if you lose that game,
easily.
your season's done. At least Klopp is. Oh yeah, I wanted to mention this to you. At least Klopp is going to go with a trophy and that. But what's your take on the news Klopp came out with that he's leaving and stuff? Like, how you feeling about it?
It's mixed feelings, isn't it? Like, obviously, it's sad seeing him go. We've had him for 9 years. I finally got to enjoy football, apart from 2005. So I've enjoyed the last 9 years football, but from his point of view, he thinks this is the perfect time for him to go. He would have stayed longer if we were in a worse shape, but he thinks now that we've got a young team, we've got the finances now that can back it up. All we need is a good manager. He's given them enough time to do it. So now we've got 6 months to actually find a good manager, whoever that is. So, and I don't think it would be the end of Klopp. I think he'll take a sabbatical and eventually he might go to another team, might become Germany national manager. But if Liverpool are ever doing shit, I do think he'll come back and manage us if he does get that passion for football again. So I don't think it's him done and dusted with us potential. I think he might, yeah, I think he would come back in the future. So to be fair, we have been left in a good state where if Alonso is a sick manager like what he's doing at Leverkusen, he can replicate it here, then that's fair enough. I think it's all part of the strategy that they've implemented. I think Liverpool do have a good structure around the club and they do plan everything out. They don't just rush into anything. So we'll see how it goes. So like I'm sad that he's gonna go. It's literally probably yeah, my favorite manager ever. But at least I know that he is a true Liverpool fan. He won't go manage any other English team or stuff like that. So he'll be watching us and enjoying us play football now. He'll become one of us, one of the fans.
Yeah, that's good to hear. Like, do you consider him as your legend?
Of course, I would build a statue for him.
Would you?
Yeah.
Look at the state Liverpool were in before he took over. He literally
Yeah.
turned that team around and made them into the best team in
To
Europe.
be fair, he deserves to win more than what he's actually won.
It's a shame he came up against Pep, the
No,
best
it's
City
a
team of
shame.
all
It's
time.
a shame that he's been cheated out. That's what it is. Because like,
Get money. But the thing is, if City do get deducted, they should take the titles away as well. So Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal should be getting extra titles for all the bullshit these lot have done for the past 10, 12 years.
It is because the thing is that I'm so annoyed at the fact that someone like Klopp coming in, like working hard day in, day out to play good football, that type of pe person deserves to win titles. Whereas a fraud in Man City, like I'm not saying Pep is bad or anything, he's a great manager too, but I want to see him do it with lack of money like Klopp has to consider for me too and consider him as a good manager.
Did
Like,
he tried to do that at Bayern Munich and he failed? That's why he left
yeah,
there because he was trapped there.
But the thing is that it's just not fair, like how Man City have done what they've done, and they should have been more stricter with the FFP. Like Wenger's been calling out from day one because he's been like Klopp, like working hard, etc. The only team in the only team in the Premier League that has the power to spend a lot of money is only United. The rest of the teams don't have that money that United have. So they can't. Like United spending a lot of money, they can because they generate that income. So they have every right to do that. And that's come through hard work throughout the years. Whereas City just come in and literally abolished, and Chelsea. And that's why I hope that they both basically end up. I really want them to get relegated to like
Is
North or South, wherever that conference league is, it's below conference league. That's where they should belong. They should be facing Wembley FC and shit like that.
the only
But
reason they make more money. Their lawyers cost more than what the Premier League can afford. So they'll just wipe the floor with the Premier League anyway. Any case they go in against, they'll just counter it with just more and more paperwork, which means the case just goes on forever, where it'll never end up doing anything.
It's what they did with UEFA, wasn't it? They just
Yeah.
kept
yeah,
delaying, and then they got time barred, so they couldn't do anything. In
But
the administrator said,
but the thing with UFA is that they can't do much because that's just their a cup competition. This is a league.
yeah,
City can't go anywhere. Where do they go? So Premier League has more power than UFA. Something will happen. They can do
that's
whatever they want, but the thing is that City have nowhere to go apart from Super League if they want to join that. They'll have nowhere else to go because the Premier League, it's the league, and they control the whole league, like the whole UK English league. So they have nowhere to go. So they will get some sort of thing on it. Like, I think they'll just get a slap on the wrist or something like that, and maybe a fine, and maybe like I don't know, from next season or the season after that, like 15, 20 points deduction or something reasonable. That's not reasonable, but I think that's what will happen. But the titles, don't hope for that, mate. It ain't happening. They're gonna keep it.
But then anyone would. What's the incentive to stop people from just doing that? I would just keep doing that every year. You'll get relegated, then you'll come. You win trophies for 10 years. You'll get relegated one year. You'll come up the next year, do another 10 years, get relegated for one year, and then to keep repeating that cycle.
But how would you take the trophies away? That's the thing.
Just deduct 50 points for every season that they've been found to do it.
Yeah, but that's not taking the trophies away now, is it?
No, then they'll move down, and the Premier League goes to the next team after them.
Do you guys agree with that? I think I agree with that, but I just don't see it
I
happening.
don't see it happening. I don't see it taken
yeah, it
away
won't
time
happen. It won't
because
happen.
it's gonna affect their integrity. They'll probably keep the titles, but just face the punishment at the time. It's like with Everton, the points deduction happened at that point in time. It didn't affect anything. They did the fast. So as if they got points taken off and got relegated from previous
The
seasons. And it
big
changed.
teams can then sue Man City on the back of it for money for it, for compensation. Because then the team off them should have been winning it in the extra 30 million pound for it. Man City should be paying all of those clubs.
It's
Yeah,
true.
they may pay them, but they won't get the titles. Won't go though. They'll probably still stay. But back to Klopp, I want to sort of say that despite the pain he's caused me over the last 9 years, he's been a very good manager, and the league is going to be worse off without him. And what he's achieved
Yeah.
has been brilliant. Like he's done it through, as again we said, through hard work and just sheer passion. I don't think there's many managers you can place him with. The only other two are Pep and Ancelotti, and they're already taken. It's only ever going to be a step down from Klopp, I think.
unless
Yeah,
you find someone like Arteta, which Alonso seems to be a good shout, or Zidane, but
But it's a risk.
Zidane might not come. But
yeah. I'm glad Klopp has won everything there is to win. Like he's won every trophy in England, so he can hold his head up high
do
and
you want the
leave on a high.
Carabao?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's won everything.
Oh yeah, he's won everything in England.
He's got the maximum points. He nearly went unbeaten. Nearly got like he broke every
Quadruple as well.
record.
He nearly
So
got the quadruple as well. Yeah.
yeah,
He
so he broke every record. And I think
would
yeah,
have
they'll
been.
replace him with Alonso. I think that's the worst kept secret. Alonso is definitely gonna probably be Liverpool manager.
Oh,
I
Gerard.
think. Oh yeah, with Gerrard.
Gerrard's available. He's
I
doing
have a
great.
question for Mitt. If Gerard became your manager and he was doing shit, would you leave? Would you ask him to leave, or would you be like, no, I can't
He,
do
he, he shouldn't be manager. He'll ruin his legacy.
So yeah, I was going to say, would it affect your view of him as a Liverpool legend if he did
Yeah,
that?
yeah, it'll definitely ruin his legacy. You can't he's better just staying away, man. We've seen what he's done in Saudi, Aston Villa. Like as soon as Emery came along, Emery changed that same team. They had the exact same team as Gerrard did. One went from a relegation battle to now top use was comfy top four a few weeks ago.
All right, lads.
Brendan Rodgers is available.
All right, lads. We've got a few minutes left. Mitt, do you want to quickly update the score points? Like, guys, we've still been trying to predict the scores for the games that have been happening for the last month. So Mitt's gonna update you guys on the leaderboard.
Bavik still top with 54 points. Nish second with 44. You're third with 42, but I'm making a comeback. I'm on 40. I've
Oh,
Oh
reached the
fuck's
wow.
sake.
Oh wow.
Oh my God.
uh,
Damn.
do
All
we
right.
want to predict the scores now, or should we just do it off camera?
We can predict the scores. We got 2 minutes. Can we do it in 2 minutes? Or is it too
Yeah, we
Uh,
can do it.
all right, quickly then. Let's do
well,
it.
United.
Who have they got? You know,
Aston
they
Villa.
got,
Villa away.
yeah, it's
What
gonna.
do you think it's going to be?
I think that's gonna be 2-1 to Villa. I don't think we'll do well there.
Yeah,
Nish,
I'll go with 2-1 Villa as well.
Rishi.
I want to be 2-0 to Villa.
I'm going to go 3-1 Villa. And then Liverpool are facing Burnley at home.
At home, that's gonna be comfy. I'm gonna do 3-0 Liverpool.
Yeah, I
Nish.
was gonna, but I think I'll go 4-0 Liverpool.
Is Salah
Burnley
back?
are crap.
No, you won't play.
I think it will be it's Burnley. Yeah, 4-0 Liverpool.
I'm going to go 3-0. And then Arsenal are facing West Ham away.
Ah,
I think Arsenal will sneak it. 2-1 Arsenal.
Yeah, I think the game at the Emirates was one off. We'll win 2-1.
think it was one off. We
Yeah,
lost at their ground earlier this season too.
that was another one off.
How would you want
Too
to
many,
see
too many one offs.
Given the fact that we basically won, I would say 2-1 Arsenal.
I'm going to go 1-1.
Okay, so the predictions are done. Great. Let's look forward to the next weekend of games. Right, guys. Time to wrap things up. Thank you, viewers, for watching. This is the Football Talk podcast. Thank you guys for coming onto the show. We will see you guys next week. If you guys are new, please subscribe to the channel. Please give us some love to this video, and we will see you next week. Peace out.